Hi everyone! It has been a really long time since I've sat down and filmed. Like, I'm pretty sure the last video I filmed was in the middle of November. So like a pretty long time, probably the longest time I've gone without filming a video. But if you missed a few videos back, I kind of inserted a little bit of an update and like a channel update. My dad back in November went into cardiac arrest at the gym. And he spent a week in the hospital, but that was like a really big deal for our family. He's just been home recovering since then, since the week he spent in the hospital. He's doing amazing. He actually went back to work this week, which is just awesome. But I decided, especially like in the month of December, which is huge with holidays and all of that kind of stuff, that I really just wanted to focus on myself and my family. I did post a few pre-filmed videos last month, and 2 of which were sponsored videos, so if you got around to watching those, really appreciate the support on those. But yeah, I just took the last month off. I haven't filmed in a really long time. Hopefully I'm not too rusty. But today we are sitting down and filming my 2021 makeup beauty favorites. I've just gathered them all in this little basket from Shop Miss A. These products, I'm just gonna pour them out. These products really do just look and feel like 2021 to me. So I'm really excited to dive in. The majority of these products were discovered and newly released in 2021. There were a few products last year that I really enjoyed, but I just have been continuously enjoying those products for several years now. And then there were a few products that I really enjoyed this year, but I actually ended up leaving out because there were things that I just favored more. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with SPF and base products. So 2 SPF products that I discovered in 2021 a little bit before the summertime was the Everyday Humans Resting Beach Face SPF 30. Really enjoyed this all summer long because of how lightweight it was, and it just went on like totally clear, like it's completely gone. It's really lightweight. It felt really hydrating on the skin. This one was really comfortable. It has obviously just like a really nice glow and appearance on the skin. This product layers super well with makeup, which I obviously really like. And then the other SPF product that I have is a setting spray. This is the Coola Makeup Setting Sunscreen Spray SPF 30. I was actually pretty surprised by how much I liked this product. I don't really know if it had much lasting power with my makeup. It might have helped a good bit, I would say, because it definitely felt like things were really set and in place after I sprayed it. But also what I loved about the setting spray was how refreshing and cooling it felt, and also because it is delivering that extra protection of SPF. So even if you just sprayed this like throughout the day to touch up your makeup, freshen things up, you are adding a bit more SPF into your skin. This product also has SPF, so I'm going to talk about it next. This is the Murad Invisiblur Perfecting Shield Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This feels like your very typical silicone pore filling primer, but it has an SPF of 30 and it is completely clear. I'm kind of shocked that this product isn't talked about like way more often, but yeah, it sits on the skin super nice. It's very blurring. I wonder if you can totally tell. So that's the Resting Beach Face SPF, and then that's the Murad. You can just tell how much more like matte and kind of blurring that primer is. Obviously they both deliver different things, so depending on what you're looking for, you know, purchase accordingly. I love that this offered SPF for my more glam makeup days where I still needed that extra sun protection. So I really love that, and I've gone through quite a bit of this. I probably will end up repurchasing this because it is just awesome. And then the only primer that I grabbed for my favorites of 2021 was the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. This primer is awesome. It's just your basic pore diffusing primer, but I do overall really love it. Everything just applies so nicely when I use this primer. It looks great on the skin, it feels great on the skin, and it's definitely been a go-to. So I only have 4 base products to share. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I have mine in the shade 11. This product launched earlier in 2021 and I pretty much used it like year round since I got it. Like I used it all throughout the summertime, and I've been using it up until now. I will say, even though the name has skin tint in it, I do think that it carries just a bit more coverage than a normal skin tint does. I would say it leans more on like a medium coverage. Like if you're gonna go on a scale of like light to medium, I'd say it's like right around here. Like it's a little bit close to a medium coverage. But I think if you were looking for a more matte skin tint with a little bit more coverage, I think that this would be your absolute go-to. So definitely check out the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint if that's what you're looking for. However, if you are looking for a more matte skin tint that leans more on the light side, the light coverage side, the Undone Beauty Unfoundation Matte Tint did come out in 2021, and I adored this product. This product is just so amazing. Very similar to the Fenty Ease Drop, however, it does have less coverage, but I'd say the finish and the consistency of both of the products are very similar. This product is just gorgeous on the skin. It's very light coverage, so if you don't need a ton of coverage but you do want something small to kind of even out the complexion, this is gonna be awesome for you. I love wearing this even on its own, just like by itself. If I just wanted my face to look a bit more perfected, this product is awesome and super skin-like, very no makeup, perfect for oily skinned people who do want that no makeup look. It's awesome. It was actually kind of hard. Well, it wasn't that hard. I had a lot of skin tint type products and like tinted moisturizer type products that I tried out over the summer and a little bit before the summertime, but I really narrowed down what my favorite was, and it 100% was the LA Girl Tinted Foundation. I have mine in the shade Tawny. It's just the perfect tinted moisturizer coverage, and then it just has the perfect finish to it. It's long wearing, it looks beautiful from morning to evening, and I just really enjoyed this. And then the last foundation type product that I have to share for my 2021 favorites is the Uoma Beauty by Sharon C Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation. This is definitely the most foundation type product that I have between the four, but it is still similar on that like kind of lighter medium coverage. This foundation, in my opinion, would be very buildable if you need it. I am wearing it today, and I think it just gives me the perfect amount of coverage. I'm not a full coverage makeup wearer anymore. Things can change in the future, obviously, but I haven't really been into full coverage for probably about a year and a half now. I haven't really been into full coverage. This is my perfect, like, everyday foundation if I had to pick a foundation to wear every day. This is just amazing. I love the coverage of it. I love the finish of it. It's like a really true natural finish. I think that so many skin types would really enjoy this, and the shade range on it is awesome. So you definitely would be able to find your shade range. It's also a bit more on the affordable side, and you can also purchase it at Walmart. So yeah, I'm really happy with all four of my foundation tinted moisturizer type products for 2021. It kind of makes me feel like, oh, do I really need anything else? Like, do I really need anything else? I don't know. My absolute favorite concealer this year was the Kaja Don't Settle Concealer. I wear mine in the shade Sweet Toast. I think I purchased this concealer at the end of 2020, but I used this concealer so much throughout the year of 2021, and it is by far my favorite concealer probably that I've ever tried. It's got my ideal medium buildable coverage, and it's so thin on the skin, which I just love. I really don't love a thick concealer unless the thick concealer is like super blendable and you can do like a little bit of dots and then it just blends out and looks beautiful. This concealer is just awesome though, and you can also like apply it and leave it on for a few minutes to just kind of like settle in the skin and then blend it out to get even more coverage from it. I love a concealer formula that allows me to do that. And then I also want to just mention that I used the Fenty Beauty Concealer and the Rare Beauty Concealer tons and tons this year, but these are not new concealers at all. But I just wanted to mention them because I used them a good bit. I went through a good portion of 2021 not wearing a ton of powder, but then also transitioning to really enjoying pressed powder. And I really enjoyed the Undone Beauty Under Over powder. I have mine in Banana Bear. And then there's just a couple of other powders that I've been really liking, but I more so discovered them at the end of 2021. And then the other powder that I really liked this year was another pressed powder. It was the LYS pressed powder, and I feel like it's at my parents' house. Like, I don't know where it is, but I just wanted to mention a powder. I really loved the Undone Beauty Under Over powder. It's just a great powder for all over the skin, just dusting it real quick and you're good to go. I don't have a highlighting favorite, but between blushes and bronzers, I only have cream products to share. But let's go ahead and get into my bronzer favorites for 2021. A huge launch from e.l.f. Cosmetics in 2021 was their Putty bronzers. These, I think, are just such phenomenal cream bronzers. The one that I'm using right now is Golden Days, and it's just awesome for my complexion right now. It looks beautiful and bronzy on the skin and just very natural. I love the consistency of these. They go on so super smooth. The other one that I wore quite a bit was Bronze Belle, but I wore that mainly in the summertime when my skin was a little bit more tanned, and that's Bronze Belle. They're both just really great bronzers. I adored the consistency of them. They're really inexpensive. I feel like these will last you a long time, and I really highly recommend these. These are just an awesome product, and they were definitely a favorite in 2021. Another big favorite of mine was the Danessa Myricks Power Bronzer, and I have mine in the shade Medium. I really wish that Danessa Myricks would come out with more shades of the Power Bronzer, because the deepest version is just too deep for me, but the medium version is really not deep enough in those summer months. But right now I am able to get some use out of it. It's more of a moussey formula and it goes on very smooth. So I do really hope that Danessa Myricks does release more shades in that eventually. The Tower 28 Bronzino in Best Coast. I just discovered this bronzer this year when they released their new bronzer shades, and I didn't realize that this bronzer was an original shade, but I'm really glad that I still picked it up. It's such a beautiful red tone bronzer. I love red tone bronzers, and I wasn't sure if I would love the shimmer that's thrown within this bronzer, but it's so gorgeous and reflective and just gives you really that like beautiful sun-kissed bronzy look, and I just really love it. Let's move on to blush. I want to mention the e.l.f. Putty blushes. These got released towards the end of 2020, but I did use them quite a bit in 2021, so I did still want to mention them. I have mine in the shade Maldives, so it just looks like this. I was using this more like in the winter time because it gives me that really beautiful kind of like berry red cheek, and then also these on the lips are so cute. And then my favorite, which is Bali, looks like this. It's just so pretty on the skin. It's just kind of like a reddy brown blush. It's just super pretty. Also great on the lips. And then the last one that I have is Oakland, and it looks like this. It's just a really pretty, kind of cool toned, deeper pink. So yeah, all of those shades I really like from the Putty blush formula. These are very sort of creamy moussey on the skin. I think people with oily skin would really love these as an alternative to like your typical cream blush. So these are just an awesome formula. I love the Putty blushes from e.l.f. And then another 2021 blush favorite of mine was the Tower 28 Beach Please blush in the shade Power Hour. It's the blush that I'm wearing on my skin right now. I love that Tower 28 came out with more blush shades this year, because the original, was it Golden Hour blush that they had? Just the original blush shade that they had was a bit too pale for me, but Power Hour is perfect, and it's also beautiful on the lips. Another cream blush that I really loved this year was the LYS Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Confident. This is another blush if you have oily skin but you want to dabble into cream blushes, or you want to find cream blush products that work. This is an awesome cream blush formula that you should check out. Because it is matte, it really blurs the cheeks, honestly. And I really adore the shade that this comes in. So yeah, this is the shade Confident from LYS. LYS was a new brand this past year, and I wanted to like the foundations a bit more than I did. I found them to be a little heavy on the skin, but they made it into so many people's favorites of 2021 that I'd like to give them another chance. But the other products in the LYS line, like the bronzer even, it's a powder bronzer, but I did really like it. It just didn't end up in my favorites. I want to move on to eyebrows. I think I might have gotten my brows done one time in 2021, and I got them tweezed, which I usually get them waxed. I've just been like on a real brow journey. I love the way that my full brows are looking right now, but I think I discovered some of my absolute favorite brow products this year. So the first sort of system that I had that I really loved was the NYX brow glue and the NYX Lift and Snatch. I apply the NYX brow glue first, and this brow glue is phenomenal. I will absolutely 100% be repurchasing it. I'm like almost through with my tube. So I apply this first, I do the rest of my makeup, and then I go in with the NYX Lift and Snatch, which is a perfect brow pen in my opinion. The brow pen shade is awesome for my hair color. It's not too red, and it doesn't really ever turn super red even when it gets wet. I do have that problem where some brow colors, especially like those brow pens where they're liquid, will end up showing up so red, like will really be the color red on my brows. And this one in Espresso from NYX is just perfect. It's a great shade. I'm actually going to apply like a little bit of it in some places because I feel like my brows aren't looking like the best that they can look today. I used the NYX brow glue in them today, but then I used a different product. I used like a pencil that I'm about to talk about. I just loved the brow glue from NYX because you could continue brushing out the product like over and over again, even like midday you could sit there and brush it out. I also did enjoy the Anastasia brow freeze. This is definitely more of an expensive product, but it performed pretty similarly to the NYX brow glue. However, you do get double the product and you have a little bit more flexibility because you do get to use your own spoolie. The NYX brow glue spoolie is fine. It is a much shorter wand, but I do find that I do have to go in with my own spoolie to kind of flatten out the brows a bit and really get the brows in place. The small applicator of the NYX brow glue was kind of there to just apply the product, and then I have to do the rest. But I think the brow freeze is a great formula if you wanted to look into kind of that like clear brow glue type product. But again, I just loved the one from NYX. I'm absolutely repurchasing it. Another brow system that worked really well for me this year was the Kosas Brow Pop and then the Kosas Air Brow. Kosas Air Brow in dark brown is a great brow gel. It has a great hold to it. It also looks awesome by itself, which I really love. And then the pencil that I was using pretty much all year was the Kosas Brow Pop, their dual action defining pencil. And I also have this one in the shade dark brown. This one looks a lot like the Anastasia brow definer. I think the tip might be a little bit smaller than that. And this is what I mainly have in my brows today for the color. So that's what that looks like. And yeah, this was just a big go-to for me. I love how soft it makes the brows look while also defining them and adding a good bit of color to them. The last brow product that I have to share that I just loved wearing all by itself. This is the Pacifica Highest Def Hemp Fiber Brow Set, and I have mine in the shade 4 Medium. I did try like a few other brow gels, tinted brow gels this year. This one was just like super standout to me because it is a drier formula, which I really appreciate. I don't like super wet brow formulas. I just find them to be really messy. Because this is a drier formula, it also has a really great hold to it, and it fills in the brows like so much. Like they look as if you just filled them in whenever you use this product. So I really, really love this product. I got a lot of use out of it, and I will continue using it and loving it. I was not a palette girl this year. I don't have a favorite eyeshadow palette, and actually when I go through and declutter my collection, I think I'm going to get rid of a ton of palettes because they just don't make me happy anymore. I really fell in love with single shadows this year, and these are some of my favorite. So the Danessa Myricks color fixes, especially in the shade Celebration and Goldmine, I wore quite a bit this year, and they actually led me to purchasing quite a few other color fixes. I have quite the collection now, and I do plan on doing like a whole in-depth review and swatch video on all of the color fixes that I have. I have them ranging from like shimmers to mattes to metallics to glitters. So yeah, I just have quite the collection now, and specifically the shade Celebration and Goldmine were what I started with that I just fell in love with. And then it led me to purchasing the shade Ballerina at the end of 2021, and I just love it. So really enjoyed these this year. I think that you get a ton of product with them. They are so fun to play with. They are such long-lasting liquid cream eyeshadow formulas, and you can use them on your lips and your cheeks as well as your eyes. Another liquid formula that I just fell in love with this year was the e.l.f. metallic liquid eyeshadows. I do not like their glitter formula, the liquid glitter eyeshadow formula. I don't like them. I think the glitter is really patchy and chunky, but the metallic formula from e.l.f. is really special. They're really blendable. They're pretty long wearing on the eyes. I definitely think they do better with an eyeshadow primer, but I specifically love the shades Galaxy, Moon, and Comet. Galaxy is great for that smoky eye. Moon is awesome for like that inner corner. Oh, Bean, come here. Come here, Bean. We have our family dog Bean staying with us. She's super cute. Here, I got both of the doggies. Wilma's been in my lap. Bean and Wilma. You girls are so cute. Galaxy is great for that like smoky eye sort of look. Moon is awesome for like an inner corner or center of the eye thing. And then Comet is great for just on its own, really. Like I wear this shade on its own a lot, just throw some mascara on. But yeah, this formula was just awesome. I got tons of use out of it. And I do want to look at some of the other shades that they have. Girlies! Hey, there's nothing to protect the makeup for. Now moving on to powder eyeshadows, I really love the Bodyography glitter pigments. I have mine in the shade Aura Glow, so this one is kind of like a purple with like purple and blue shimmer throughout it. It's really pretty. I love how sheer that these can be, but then also you can build them up quite a bit. This next shade is Off the Hook. It's kind of like a taupey bronze glitter. And then my favorite one that I got from the three is in Celestial, and it's the one that I'm wearing today all over the lid. And it just looks like this. It's sort of like a champagne, bronze, golden, just beautiful. It's gorgeous on the eyes. I really love it. It's like kind of gives you that wet eye look, which I'm such a fan of. And yeah, I was really enjoying these. They're great for like if you need a glitter topper, but then they're also great if you want to wear them alone and just like pack them on. I believe I really discovered the Kaja Beauty Bento eyeshadows in 2020. However, I built my collection like quite a bit in 2021. Let me know if you guys also want like a big swatch video on the Kaja Bento shadows, because I have a lot of them. But yeah, I just love this formula. I just wore it so often in 2021. These shadows were pretty much like the only shadows that I would bring with me whenever I would travel. My favorite is the Toasted Caramel Stack. So it comes with this beautiful light golden shade, and then this really pretty sort of bronzy shade, and then this kind of like deeper bronzy shade. All of these ones are shimmer. And then this is another stack that's all shimmer. It's the Orange Blossom, and I really like this one. So it comes with like this kind of like peachy light shade, this like fiery orange shade, and then this like gorgeous deep brown bronze. And then this other one that I really like is Chocolate Dahlia or Chocolate Delilah. I'm actually using the matte shades in this stack. through my crease today. But it comes with this really pretty light shimmery shade and then 2 mattes. So 1 light matte and then 1 deeper brown matte. But yeah, the formula of these shadows is awesome, whether it's the glitter topper that you're getting or a really nice metallic shade or a shimmer or your matte. The formula of these shadows is awesome and I really, really enjoy them. I love how cute they are and compact, and yeah, just got a lot of use out of these. And they were among my favorite sort of single eyeshadows. So I finally got around to trying out the Suva Beauty Hydra FX eyeliners. I have wanted to try these for so long, and a few months ago I was in the Morphe store at my mall and I picked one up. I got one that was like a dual one, so I got this orange and then this pinky shade. My collection has since really grown. They were doing a few Black Friday sales, so I got one where it was like the whole collection for like 50 bucks. So yeah, I got a great deal on that. And yeah, I just really fell in love with this formula. I have not had one of these stain my eyelids yet, which is awesome because sometimes with this type of formula where you're just like adding water to a pigment, it will kind of stain, but these don't stain. These go on super smooth. They're super duper pigmented, and I love playing with colorful liner. I like colorful liner way more than your typical black liquid liner. It's just a really great way to play with color. It's like a really easy way to play with color and it's not as intimidating. This is the Doodle D duo if you wanted to look into it. I am almost finished. I just have mascaras to talk through and then lips, and then we'll be done with my 2021 favorites. I have 4 mascaras to share with you guys for my 2021 favorites. The first one being the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara. This mascara was so impressive to me because I have not liked a e.l.f. mascara ever. I don't like e.l.f. mascaras, whether it's the wand that's a problem or the formula that's a problem. I don't like e.l.f. mascaras. The e.l.f. Big Mood though is an exception, and it did release in 2021. The wand is huge. It really reminds me of the Lancome Monsieur Big, but I don't use Lancome anymore. And the formula really reminds me of that mascara as well from Lancome. So it's a dupe, I would say. It's such a good mascara. It's very long wearing. It makes my lashes just look so big and beautiful, but not clumpy and not crusty. It's great if you need like a good nighttime mascara for a good glam eye. It's just, yeah, it's such a favorite of mine. I really enjoyed it this year. Another mascara that I just got tons and tons of uses out of, I just like kept wearing this mascara over and over and over again, was the Uoma by Sharon C Batter Boom Volumizing Mascara. This one was awesome. This is a great like everyday mascara. I love the wand of it. It does a great job kind of like separating the lashes while also distributing the product really nicely and evenly. And yeah, I just wore this mascara so much in 2021. So another favorite. A mascara that released this year as well was from Rare Beauty. This is the Universal Mascara. It's like the Universal Volumizing Mascara. I don't have there's not a name on it on here, but this is what the wand looks like. I totally believe the claims of this being like a universal mascara. I really think that if you are on the market for a new mascara, you don't really know what you're looking for, check out the Rare Beauty one. I think that you'll really like it, and I really liked it in 2021. And then my newest favorite, which is actually the mascara that I'm wearing on my lashes today, is the Mob Beauty Mascara. Mob makes more sustainable makeup products. They make products that are kind of like intended to stay in your collection forever. So the actual tube is meant to be your tube forever, and then they sell mascara product replacements. So you're able to actually replace the mascara product itself and not the tube. So this is like your permanent mascara, which is awesome. And the formula is just so nice. It's very comfortable on the lashes. It does a great job volumizing them and lengthening them. And I don't ever get little smudges underneath my eyes at the end of the day. That's why I really like all 4 of these mascaras as well, is they're just really long wearing on the eyes. I don't get smudges underneath my eyes, which tends to happen sometimes. These do not irritate my eyes at all. They're long wearing, they're beautiful on the lashes, and yeah, big favorites for 2021. Before we get into lips, I also wanted to mention these. I meant to put them in with the blushes, but they also are kind of like lips anyway, so I just decided to wait to share with them for the lips. This is the Uoma by Sharon. It's complicated lip tint plus oil plus gloss. I have mine in the shade, I have actually 3 shades, but these are the shades that I really like. In Softy, which is this kind of like mauve-y pink. And then the other one is Casually Lit, which is kind of like this reddish orangey brown. I'll go ahead and swatch them both. I actually really love wearing these on the cheeks. I think that it gives like a really beautiful, kind of like a cheek tint look. That's like a little bit more than a cheek tint. And then they also look really pretty and they're really comfortable on the lips as well. But yeah, these are the 2 shades, Softy, and then this is Casually Lit. Both shades look really cute on the lips and the eyes. And yeah, I think that this is a really unique formula. I actually really want to review the entire Uoma by Sharon line, but you know, the line came out a few months ago. Let me know if you guys are still interested in something like that. But yeah, these were a really unique product that I tried out last year, and I wore them quite often on my lips and on my cheeks. My lip products are really, really lacking because, like, I wasn't wearing lipstick at all. My go-to lip for ages now has been a liner gloss or a liner lip balm. So the 2 liners that were my absolute favorite this year was the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Sugar and Spice. So it just looks like this, obviously a favorite. And then the other one's like gonna be pretty similar. The Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in 09. There they are. They're looking almost identical. The Milani one's like a little deeper, but I wore these ones very, very often all year. I'm going to touch up with the Milani 09. But yeah, lip liner and gloss. That's really all I did in 2021. So yeah, those were my 2 favorite lip liners. Again, I don't have a favorite lipstick that I liked, but I discovered a lip gloss formula that I really, really loved, which is the Kaja Gloss Shots. Really, really loved my Kaja Gloss Shot in Pink Drink. It's in like a bag somewhere because I use it all the time. But I also really like the Honey Drizzle shade. So it looks like that. This one came in like a limited edition pack. It's the Rosy Mocha shade. Hopefully they make this one permanent because it's so pretty. And then I just like the clear one. This formula is a perfect gloss formula for me. It's super glossy and comfortable on the lips. It's not overly sticky, and I'm just so glad that I discovered these because I love them so much. And then the Kosas lip oil formula is not a new formula, but they did release 3 new shades this year. They released them over the summertime, and I actually picked this up while I was visiting family in Florida over the summer. And they came out with the shades Unhooked, Unbuttoned, and Unzipped. And I really liked all 3 of these shades. They're great, like really cute, wearable nude shades. And the formula of the wet oil glosses is really great. I actually just applied the unzipped shade, if you were paying attention and when I redid my lip. But yeah, really liked these. I love this formula already, but I'm really glad that they came out with new shades. So yeah, that was it for my 2021 makeup favorites. I feel like you guys have seen me use all of these products like over and over and over again this year. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It feels really good to be back. I have tons of videos that I'm planning on filming within this month, and I'm really excited to just be back into it. I really hope that you guys all had a great new year and the start of 2022 is going well for you. That is going to be it from me today though. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I will see you next time.